Welcome back to Champion of the Cheap, a series where I'm far too deep into a bracket of terrible games to turn back now. This week we have a special dose of crap, an educational game that no kid would ever want to play, and a shameless ripoff of an arcade classic. We'll start with pet care, because everybody knows that this and this equals the best part of being a pet owner and needs a game based after it. Who would ever want to take the fun aspects of having a pet and make a game out of that? Load Pet Care up, and the first thing that you will notice is the game has amazing music, the perfect mix of country and animals. The game quickly lets me realize that this is a touchscreen only game. They could have said it, such as our last episode, but no, it'd be better just to let me struggle for a while till I figure out that I have to touch the screen. Let's see if it can redeem itself though. The game shows me an animal and 3 choices of what it can eat. You simply click the right food, and that is all. And I mean literally, that is all that you get to do in this game. Horse? Obvious choice. Bear? Disney has taught me well. Rabbit? No, why not a carrot? Seriously. I mean, a carrot is the most stereotypical thing that a rabbit ever eats. I guess they didn't make a carrot Sprite or something. I don't know. Wait. I guess they did. For the reindeer question though. But what does a reindeer eat? I guess grass? No. Do reindeer have access to carrots? I don't think so. So let's try that pine cone. You gotta be kidding me. You expect me to believe that carrots is the best option for a reindeer? I call BS. Let's look in Google for help on this though. Do reindeers eat carrots? I knew it, as reindeer only have a bottom row of teeth and, contrary to popular belief, are unable to eat carrots. So not only is this educational game not fun, it's also spewing false information. Why not just not include the reindeer and stick to common animals to teach kids what they like to eat? I don't know. Let's see if they lie more on the eShop description though. Well, I don't know if this is a lie, but it's certainly a weird thing to say. Do you know what else a bear has to do with honey? I would personally like to know what else a bear likes to do, because last I checked, all that they did with honey was eat it, which is also all this game is going to teach us. So evidently, they think that bears eating honey is a hidden fact that only this game can teach us. So I'd like to know what they think the common fact is that bears do with honey. Amazing graphics. Seriously, it's just simple cartoon graphics that have probably been done on Mario Paint back in the 90s. I call false advertising on this, and I call it a false educational game as well, because it's not even accurate on what it teaches or what it describes. Overall, Pet Care is hardly a game, and even for little kids, they'll just be disappointed on how shallow the game really is. Next, we have Cubert. Wait, my bad. We have Cubert in disguise. We have something called Totes the Goat. This game is 100% Cubert, minus the name and most of the charm. The gameplay is exactly the same as Cubert. You simply hop on the squares to change the color while avoiding enemies. Change all the square colors, win the level. They did make it where you can't jump off the edge, making it easier than Cubert and adding in coins to buy new characters. But other than different sprites, this is the exact same game that came out over 30 years ago. You can use your collected coins to buy new characters though, but they all play exactly the same, so what's really the point? And also, look how similar all the characters are to each other. Max and Granny are literally the same character with only 2 small changes, which raises so many questions. Is Max secretly pretending to be his grandmother to collect Social Security checks after she passed away? Or is Granny secretly pretending to be Max because she longs to have the youth she loves so much? I wish the game answered these types of questions instead of just ripping off an arcade classic. But speaking of ripoff, what Cubert ripoff would be complete without a Santa character. Trying to capitalize on the success of Santa to push your Q*bert ripoff. Shame, shame. Santa would be disappointed in you. But overall, is the game fun? If you like Q*bert, then yes. If you don't like Q*bert, then the answer is definitely no. It bothers me a bit to do such a shameless ripoff and not even mention it in the game's description. I mean, if this was such an inspiration for the game, which it obviously is, why not just simply mention Q*bert inspired? You know, show some homage to the game that you ripped off. Of these two games, the results should be obvious. One is a game and the other is a faux study tool for kindergartners. One you can actually play for fun, and the other one lies to you. For this matchup, the results should be obvious. Totes the GOAT gets to advance to the next bracket. We'll see how far it can go from here. Be sure and tune in next time for our next two games called Grid Mania and Grab Lab. Two games starting with a G. G and G, or GG. Good game. We'll see.